winter in These past days, frost has invaded the town and the nature all around and covered all the trees and bushes with a magical frost fairy dust and made me believe I was in a fairy tale winter wonderland. I think frost can be sometimes even more surprising and beautiful than normal snow with its delicate frozen lace. Walking in these beautiful landscapes make me feel so happy and alive. I love the magic of winter and I feel more happy and more energized in winter than at any other season. I like its beauty and its surprises so much. You never know what you will get with winter. It can be snow, it can be fog, it can be frost. It's always a surprise. The bird cages from the Halloween workshops are now filled with white feathers to give a nice soft winter touch to the living room. And a friend gave me these beautiful Marie Antoinette bookmarks, which are made by Le Château de Versailles, and they are very pretty. You can detach them or leave it all together, like I have here. I will do a deep and thorough cleaning and decluttering of the studio, of my drawers, of everything a little later in January. For now, I'm just putting a bit of order on my table, on my desk, to start the work a little more efficiently. I bought this very nice home perfume in a shop in my town. The brand is My Jolie Candle. It's a French brand from Paris, and it's lemon bergamot, and it smells absolutely divine, and I like to spray it a bit to start the day and to start the year also. I like to have a new scent every new year in January. Well, to make the studio more inviting, more welcoming, and more inspiring too. So it feels good to have cleaned a bit my desk before finishing the very last elements of my printable stationery, almost finished. Just have 2 details to add to this little to-do list. Royal choses à faire cet hiver. I will have a few things in French too. There will be mainly things in English, but 1 or 2 things are in French, and I have 1 or 2 things are in French. So I have this to-do list to finish. I have another one. I wanted to have 2 with different formats, and I'm pretty pleased about all the elements. There are quite a lot of things in this collection, about 12 or 14, maybe 14 different things that you can print, plus the 2 cards that you will receive. So, and in the brocante last Saturday, I was looking for some plate I could use for my palette with some limits like this one, and I found this one. I was really happy and pleased because it's wide enough so that I can have it can last me for a long time. Otherwise, if it's a small one, I need to clean it all the time, to wash it all the time. And here it's big enough for all the different things I'm doing. So I was pleased, and these are very convenient to have some separations, and it was €1. So it was really worth it, and I'm very pleased to have a new palette in my collection of palettes to work a little more efficiently. So as I mentioned in my previous video, the Versailles Chronicles, I was working and finishing all this past week a little collection of printable stationery elements that you will be able to print yourself, but you will also receive 2 cards if you choose to buy this little collection, which will be available till the end of winter, during the entire winter season, and all the details about that will be shared on my newsletter. So this is where you will find everything. For now, you can't find anything on my website or anywhere else. If you are subscribed to my newsletter, you will have an early access. You have the link to my newsletter just under this video. I've drawn my entire life, actually. I've mentioned that in previous video about sketching and all that before sculpting in 3D and sculpting with all the papers I work with, the papier-mâché technique and my own techniques I have developed and created throughout the years, I've drawn a lot. I've drawn every day since I'm 10 years old, pretty much. But I never really wanted to sell my drawings. I've been asked to do that for years and years, for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to go into all the details of that, but mainly I wanted to keep my drawings for my books. That was the thing. I was not super excited just to sell them like that. Yes, they were really part of my bigger project, which is still the case today. Working on this first experience of stationery clarify really my ideas and my aesthetic and the thing I want for my books, which are still in the making. I'm not giving up on any of them, both the fairy tales and maybe some historical ones too. We will see, maybe some book version of the Versailles Chronicles and other things like that, which I would be really excited to do, but I have thousands of ideas in my head, so I need to focus on one thing at a time, but the books are still absolutely my goal. So I wanted to have a lot of drawing in them, mixing with my paper creations and the characters and elements, but I couldn't do everything in paper. That's what I tried to do in the past, even for my historical videos too, and it's just too much work. It's not practical, and drawing is something I realize I really love doing too, and it really complements working in 3D and working in 2D. They are very different satisfaction you have in these two things, but they are very complementary. And I also believe that an artist who works in 3D needs to be a drawer first. That's my opinion. In the past, any sculptor in the 17th, the 18th, the 19th century were very good drawer before anything else. They were able to do some 2D version of the sculpture they were about to do. I don't always find it's the case. These days you can find a lot of artists who are not able to draw at all. If you remove their computer things or all the tools they have, they are unable to draw with their hands with a pencil. I've seen that with my own eyes. So I think it's a bit a shame that just like writing, drawing, is not a priority for a lot of artists. I think it's the foundation of anything. It just helps clarify the imagination too. Just like writing with a quill, a pen, or whatever you want on paper instead of using a keyboard, it's just exactly the same. Having a pen, a bit of colors, and some paper, a lot of magic can happen there that cannot happen when it stays in your mind or when you are just unable to draw and to put these ideas on the paper. So yeah, I think it's a very important thing. I don't want to do, by the way, some drawing workshops or anything like that, because I think it's just a question of practice. You just need to do it every day. I had some question in the past when I did my sketching video. I will link this sketching video I did a few years ago under this one, but my reply will be the same. No, the only way to improve, if it's something you would like to get better at, is just to do it every day and do it all the time. Having always a notepad, a pad near you, some drawing paper, a pencil, a bit of colors, but it's not a necessity, and do it every day, and having a joy to do it and to see your progress. If you just do it once in a while, if you take a course or something like that, you will never be good. That's why I think for drawing, a course is not the solution at all. It's just work and patience, doing it every day for several years. That's the only way you will improve. So this year I definitely want to include more drawings in my artistic life and incorporate it with more of my projects. Of course, the books are still a goal. I put them a little on a pause, but they are not stopped. There is the White Cat fairy tale and other old fairy tale I want to work on too, but you can't do everything. There are priorities at some season, and sometimes you can make more time for them at other seasons. And also I needed to see more the visual result I wanted to incorporate all my sculpture and my drawing so that everything would be nice and how it would look like on the page. And also making it doable, because I love having big, huge projects, but sometimes it's just not practical and you need to simplify and to remove things. So I'm in this process now to make it doable and remove all the things which are not practical to do, and see how the drawing could help me to finish the projects better and still in a nice way, but in a more doable way. As it's the month of la galette des rois in France in January, during the full month, I have made already several galettes, and this one is another one. I tried also to make some variations. I want to try one with some raspberry inside. Of course, I don't do the dough, it comes from the supermarket. Here I let it cool on the balcony a little bit, and I have to say it's so delicious. I'm never tired of a good galette des rois, and you can find easily the recipe online. It's very easy to do. A good slice of galette des rois goes perfectly well with reading an excellent book in my favorite reading nook, and here I will probably talk about the book I'm reading right now in an upcoming video. It is a simple and delightful moment. So here, January has started, as I mentioned, in a beautiful way. We have a blue sky, sunny weather almost every day, very cold, very, very cold, like freezing every night. I think we had almost minus 9 degrees Celsius, so it's really, really low for here. But I love it, I love winter, I'm happy we are in winter time. The city is quiet, to be cozy in my studio working on my art, then enjoying a nice walk in the fresh, cold air outside. It's just my element. I love winter so much. I want to remind people who are already expecting spring and summer that no, we are just at the beginning of winter, and I'm very happy for that. It's not the end at all. Usually we don't have snow in January, but I'm hoping we will have some snow in February. So I'm very pleased that we have this beautiful cold weather, which gives a really nice light in the studio. It's really a joy to work with this winter warm sunshine outside. So hopefully you have started your year well with a beautiful weather. For those who love winter like me, that you are enjoying nice winter walks outside and beautiful winter landscapes and nice cozy winter nights inside. Let me know how you have started your winter and what are your dreams and your goals this year, if you have some. For me, it would really be to complete my books. That would be a nice, at least one, that would be at least a nice thing I would like to complete this year. Continue maybe the stationery collection too, having other workshops too, of course. Continue the videos, making progress in some of the videos I would like to do. Well, these sort of things really, and enjoying more walks in the mountains around me, knowing a little more my local little mountains and woods around the town, which I still don't know and didn't explore enough. So that would be the things I would like to do. So let me know what are your own little artistic goals, if you have some artistic goals and things you would like to accomplish this year. I will see you soon with a lot of other videos. There will be a lot of things coming in the upcoming days and weeks. For now, I will leave you here, and be sure you subscribe to my newsletter. You have the link below if you don't want to miss my winter collection printable stationery inspired by the Versailles Chronicles. And for now, I will leave you here.